Okay, this is probably streaming and I don't even know it, so let me go check that out. And I moved that over to there, so that's cool. So let me see if it is truly streaming or not. Yeah, it looks like it's streaming. Good. So let me jump into this and do what I want to do, which is be more prepared than I am, that's for sure. Be more prepared than I am, that's for sure. Turn the volume down so we don't have any echoing. All right. Okay. I don't know what this camera's going to look like. So I was really troubled a while ago with things not working out. It bothered me. I'm going to come back and actually do something. So I'm going to go to an untitled project. I'm going to double click it to open it. And it's going to again go to the wrong tab, which it defaults to this. I'll check my settings later one of these days. Apparently I've got the camera set to where I'm only getting like about half my body. Let me see if I can fix that somehow. That's a little bit better. No problem, Jeff. This was bothering me and I want to see if I can do something here. So I'm going to go grab a video by importing the media, and I want to go to my iDrive. I believe it was where it was at. I want to go into here, and then I want to. I wished I could remember the number of that video I was messing around with earlier. You know what? Maybe I do have it. Let me see something here. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to go back to Project Manager and see. It might be this one. See what this looks like. Yeah, I think it was this one. Good. So it did save it, which is a default setting that sometimes can save you and sometimes it can't. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and then, yep, that's the one I want. Now I should be able to extend that. Even though I made the cut, you can literally, you make the cut and delete it. You can just grab, I want this bridge right here, so I can grab on the end of it here and extend it and get the bridge that I want. So now I'm actually going to make a cut right about here. So I'm going to go ahead and make my cut. And I'm just going to use the keyboard. I'm going to hit B. And I'm going to make a cut right there. And I'm going to hit A. It goes back to white. I'm going to grab this. This is what I want to work with. So I'm going to bring this down and over here. And then I'm going to bring this part. Wait a minute. What did I just do? Control Z. Get back to where I need to be. Control Z. Now I'm going to grab this part. This is what I want to work with. And bring it over here. Bring my playhead over. I'm going to hit space bar to play it. And I want to work specifically with that bridge. So that's pretty good. Now it looks like I might need to extend that just a little bit. So I'm going to extend it out just a little bit. I'm going to hit play. And perfect. Or as perfect as can be in my world. So that's good. Now what I want to do, I want to click on this. I want to go to the Fusion tab. I want to organize this a little better than it is by bringing this down here. So what I want to do is I want to put text across the bridge. And then I want to find where I'm at. So I'm going to hit the space bar. Or I know it's this yellow one up here. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the clip, which is right there. And I'm going to hit the space bar to play it. Okay, so I want to start. I want my text to start about right there. I do believe. So let me redo that. So that's a little too far away. Yep, I want the text to start about right there. So I'm going to see if I can't figure out where that's at. And naturally I cannot. I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to grab a text node, N-O-D-E, text node. And I'm going to bring it down here, and I'm going to call this Ken Stout Memorial Bridge. That's what Chris Garrett said he'd name it. That's what I'm going to name it. So I'm going to bring this up over here in my window, and we can say it says Ken Stout Memorial Bridge. I'm going to change the color, partial to blue. Pretty good shade of blue right there, so I'm going to hit OK, and it changes it to blue. Now, I need to see what it looks like on that bridge. Now, you would think I'd be able to grab this and just move it over here, but you can't, as we demonstrated a while ago. So what I could do is I can actually bring this up over here, just like that. And I don't know if I can do this. I can't, because it needs a merge node. So I'm going to grab right here. You can do it two ways. You can grab the merge node right here, or you can go shift space, type in merge, M-E-R. You can spell it out, but it comes up. Highlight it, hit add. It automatically connects it to your source. Hi Tony, I'm back. I'm trying to do all this from memory because it was really bothering me. So I'm now going to see if I hit 1, that's what I've got. And this is going to, this is in, this is out. You got media in, media out. So I'm going to connect this merge, which is this bridge, by the merge into the media out and see what it does. And it doesn't do anything. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to add another merge node by shift there. Now I don't have to type it in because it's already in there. I just hit add and it connects the merge node. Now my OCD, I like to do things kind of weird. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this one and put it in there. Yeah, that looks alright. I'm going to grab this one and put it in there, and that looks alright. So now I've got to figure out how do I get my text, which is right here, just into the picture. Right now I don't even care where it goes. I just want it in the picture. So since I've already connected it to a merge node, I'm going to grab it and put it on top of that. Oh my goodness! Give myself a round of applause. It worked. Now what I want to do is I literally want to grab it and I want to bring it up here to the bridge. Okay? Now honestly that went a whole lot smoother than I thought it would. And I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I really did. So now I can do a couple different things. I can make it scroll across there. I can make it disappear. I can make it reappear. I can maybe get real fancy with it, but I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. And it was just a matter of getting the order right. You got your picture here. You got your text here. You want to combine the two. So that's what I did. Now I will guarantee you when I play this is going to look terrible, but I'll fix that. Okay? So let's go ahead and play it from the beginning. Now, see, that's what I meant. I'm going to have to go in and make an adjustment because while I accomplished what I wanted, we'll hit the space bar, and I want it to not move down the highway because that's exactly what it's going to do. So there's a couple ways I can do that, and it's going to loop because I've got it looping. There is a couple ways that I can do that. I want it to basically stay on that bridge at all times. And I'm going to have to give my brain a couple seconds to remember how I want to do that, either through tracking or masking. And I'm going to lean toward tracking, I believe. So I want to grab, this is the beginning. I think I want I think I want, now why isn't that plain? That should be plain. All I did was move this, go back to the beginning. I'm going to hit play, stop. Now I want to see where that's at, and that's right there. So that's where I believe I want this to appear from. Okay, gray matter's got to work. Now I'm going to close this. I don't necessarily need this right now, so I'm going to shut this off. Well, I guess maybe I'm not. Yeah, there we go. I don't need that. I need to work with it in here. Now, how do I do that? First things first, let's make sure I can. Okay, it's going to start. I want it to start at about 275. That looks good. I want that to start at 275. I want my name to appear at 275. So, I'm going to go into the merge node for the text, and I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to play around with the size. Nope, that's not what I want. So hit the little button, put it back where it was at. Okay, got to think about this a minute. The X node moves it. Oh, wait a minute. Am I on merge 1 or merge 2? I'm on merge 1. Why is merge 2 moving? Merge 1. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I can live with that. Mergers are backwards. I still want this to begin at about the 275 mark. So this one's irrelevant for now. I want it to be on this merge. So now if I grab this, this moves that. So if I want it to appear at 275, when I start this, I don't want it in the picture. So I really want to go back to about, I want to go back to the beginning of this clip, which is at actually right here. All right, don't work with me, stupid thing. 275, stop. I want it to be right there at 275. So at the beginning of the clip, I now want to grab this and bring it off the screen. So what I'm going to do is I want it to be right. I think that's a good position. So I want to grab it and I want to bring it straight across, completely out of the picture. And I want to make sure I'm at the beginning. So I'm going to bring this back to the beginning. I'm at the beginning. I want to set a set point. I'm going to right click, and I don't see what I'm looking for. All of a sudden this has gotten super small, so we can't do that. What I can do is I can set the set point right here with this diamond right there. That sets me up, that puts my set point. It's been a long time since I've done this, so bear with me. Now I'm going to grab it over here. I'm going to move this away so I can see this. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to bring it across. And at 275, I want it to be about right there. So I'm going to go to 275. I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to set another set point right there. This will be interesting. Oh, it dropped it a little bit, so that's kind of interesting. So now I'm just going to go back over here to the edit. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning, and it didn't look like it worked. I'm going to play it, and it didn't work. Doesn't surprise me. Me and set points don't get along too well. So that's fine. I'm actually okay with that. I didn't expect it to work on the first go around, to be honest with you. So I'm going to hit play. Okay. Back to the beginning. So now I'm going to Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. I'm going to bring this back over here about where I want it. I'm going to go up to 275 to make sure it's where I want it. That's perfect right there. Okay, I got to do a daggone stupid set point. Why is it not working? I'm in the right merge. I'm in merge 1. It should be merge 2, but I'll take merge 1. It works in merge 1, so that's cool. I want to go back to the beginning, which is there. Okay, that's where I want it to be. 275, I want it to be right there. We're good. So this is the beginning. I'm going to cheat and just hit this. Takes me back to the beginning. So now I want to go to settings now, go to channels now, go to here now. I'm already there. I want to take it off the screen, 100% off the screen at the beginning. I don't want to see it. And I want a set point. Animate. I don't know, that's not what I want. I want to get my magnifier glass. Okay, that's not good. So I'm going to do it the old way, which is that's where I want it to begin. And I want to move my cursor to 275. And I want to bring this over to 275 where I want it. I think that's how it works. And I want to set another set point. Now, can I right click? I want to set a key. Okay, now you see how it's off just a little bit here? I want to bring that down. Okay, hopefully this will work. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to hit play. And it scrolls in and stops. Good. So that works. Now I'm going to go back to the edit page. Do the same thing. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to hit play. A little high, and it comes down and ends up where it's at. Now, stop the video. I did all this from memory. It's kind of scary. So I want the video to actually end right there. I'm going to grab the video, and I'm going to back it up. It's about right there. Let's see what that looks like in real time. Okay, so that's one thing I can do. And the reason it keeps scrolling is because I got all this over here. If this is gone, or if this is right here, I mean, I could put it right there, and it literally will have a gap. It'll play blank, and it'll pick right back up. But I don't want that. I don't need it right yet. But I do want the video. So that's one way to do it. It's going to scroll and stop, and then it's going to end the video because that's where it ends. Now, another way I could do it is instead of having it scroll across there, I can actually have it just show up there automatically. Now that might take me a minute to remember how to do. I got plenty of time. It's 9:18. I've got at least 42 minutes before I even have to worry about leaving. So let me think about this a minute. I'm going to go back into the Fusion tab. I'm going to play it. That's off a little bit, but I can live with it. I'm going to change the color by going to the text, going to the color, and I'm just going to make it dark black, and I'm going to hit OK. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, I like it there a little bit better. Now that shouldn't have affected anything but the color. So it's green over here because it's not in the picture. I hit play, and there we go. Good to go. Cool. Now we want to make it just show up there, and I do that by memory. How do I do that? Well, you go anywhere where it's a blank space, you hit shift space. I want a tracker, so I'm going to get rid of merger, and I'm going to put TRA, which is tracker, and I want to do a planar tracker, I believe. That's what I want. So I'm going to grab, actually, yeah, I'll do it in here. I'm going to grab a planar tracker, and I'm going to hit add. And it should not have done that, but it's cool it did. I can live with it. What it should have done is throw it out here in no man's land for me to add. So I'm going to go play around with some things because I like things nice and neat and somewhat orderly. And I don't know what happened. This is not right. It's supposed to be nice and not fuzzy, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's close enough. So I got to set my tracker and go into tracking, and it's basically the same thing. We're going to grab this, and we're going to no, we're not going to do it that way. We are going to not do that. Control Z that, Control Z that, and leave that right there for now. We're going to go into the tracker. We're going to go up to 275. I do not need that in there right now because I've got to track the bridge. So I do want to move this out of the way. And I got to remember how to do that. Is that in here? Yeah. So I want that there. Okay. I'm still at 275, and I got that out of the way. So I want to go up to my tracker. I want to track it, and I want it to track at 275. Or thereabouts. So I want it to be a point tracker. Yes. So track, point, and I got to set the tracking, which is going to be grab what you want. And I'm going to Control Z. I don't like that there. I'm going to go just underneath the bridge. I'm going to grab this box. I'm going to go all the way across to here. I'm going to go just above the bridge. I'm going to bring it down to here. Then I'm going to go just above the bridge. Then I'm going to go over here. and then I'm going to back out. Yeah, then I'm going to go back down to there. Then I'm going to box that out a little bit. That might work. Looks like it's got a little bow in it right there, and it doesn't look like it takes the whole thing. But for this purpose, this should work out pretty good. So there's my area I want to track. So I want to set my tracker right there, and I want to now track it back to the beginning, I believe it is. So I'm going to go to, well, I'm going to track it to the end first. So I'm going to track to the end. Now I'm going to go back to go. That's where it's going to start. I'm going to track it to the beginning. Okay, I don't want that. That's not what I want. But this is fine. This is how you learn it. So now I want to go back to the beginning, and I want to change my track to point, corner pin. This is going to get real fun because I'm going to bring these points right here over into that tracking area. So we're going to go, this one's going to go about right there. This one's going to go about right there. I'm going to bring this one up just a little bit. Then I've got to go find these over here, which will be fun because I'm not sure where they're at. I've never not been able to find them. Oh, there we go. So now I'm going to grab the point here. And I want to put it about right. That looks pretty straight there. And I want to grab the point there and put it right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Merge mode, FG over BG, I believe is correct. And I want it to be the frame and it's corner pin. So now I think I have to identify what I want to be in there. Or, since we're learning, I'm just going to go see what it does. So I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to hit play. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to stop it. Go back to the beginning. Extend this just a tad. Like right there's fine. Play it. Okay, good. Actually, I'm okay with that. Because now I got to go back into my tracker, and I believe if I disconnect, is it planar into, put that down there. Put this down here. Hit play. Nothing happened. Gonna have to go back to the old drawing board, as they say. So disconnect that. Hit play. That's correct. That one's right because nothing's affecting anything. So let's put this merge back into here. Hit play. And nothing's there. Good. That is good. Go back into Fusion. All right. It's there. Why is it not tracking? Play. Oh, because it's tracking backwards. Okay. I tracked it wrong. I tracked it wrong. So I'm going to go back to the tracker. Options. Settings, controls. I tracked that wrong. There's my tracking. Yep, I tracked it wrong. This is something I may have to go review because I did track that totally wrong. Alright, so let's make it act like it never happened and get rid of this. Try this again. So we know we want that to be at 275. We know that. So we want that to be right there at 275. Is that going to be a mask or is that going to be a track? This is fun. Believe it or not. It's frustrating, but it's fun. I want it to track. I want to set it to right there. 275. Wow, I got that right on the dot. Okay, that's what I want. Curious. What happens if we go back to the beginning and hit play? It did what I thought it might do. It puts it there briefly and then it disappears. So I just learned something. So if you go over here to 275, right there, it did put it by. I don't want a planar tracker. I want a different type of tracker, I believe. So I'm going to get rid of that. It's no longer useful to me. I want to go back into here and I want to play this from the beginning, and it should just pop up and say Stout Memorial Bridge right there. A little out of sync, a little out of size, but the basic principle is there. I need it to go away now. I extended that for a reason. I wanted to see if it would go away. It does not, so I need that to go away. Plus I need it to be higher on the bridge at whatever point that is, which is not going to be 275. It's going to be about, looks like 410 or so. Let's go back to the beginning. At 275, it's going to show up. Yeah, it ends at 410-ish. Okay, so this is what it's doing what I want it to do. But I want it to not follow. I don't want it to follow the road once it ends. So do I want a... Right. I want to paste that on there. Hi, Logan. I'm just playing around in Davinci Resolve for right now. And I'm trying to remember how to do something. Okay, that's good. That's what I want right there. It's a little off. Now in Fusion, right about there, it looks pretty good. It might be a tad bit big. I'm not sure, honestly. I could lower the lettering a little bit, but see how that looks. Still up a little high. A little bit lower there. So we'll go back to the beginning. Yep, if I can just remember how to not let that move down the road like it's doing, That'll be good. That will accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. So, so I've done 2 things tonight. And here's the cool thing. I could literally disconnect this from here, bring this over here, disconnect that from there, put this up over here. Now, I don't know if this will work or not, but I should be able to reconnect that in. Oh, wait, I did wrong. I deleted that. So I'm going to control Z. I'm going to control Z this for a minute until I get back to right there. Now, I'll do what I was going to do. I should be able to disconnect that, I'm going to put this planar tracker up here. I'm going to hit F2 to rename it, and I'm going to call this one static, and I'm going to call this one F2 to rename it, and I'm going to call this one moving. And okay, in theory, I should be able to bring this down here because it's already set. Reconnect this to this, reconnect this to this, make it all look nice and pretty, and it's not working because, oh, I guess maybe it is, I don't know. I want it to be nice and neat and pretty, and it's not. It's just my OCD. And, all right, Chris, thanks. I'm going to guess you're actually watching the live stream. So now I'm going to go back and over here, take it back to the beginning. I'm going to hit play just to see what happens. And of course it did. Oh, now it shouldn't have done that unless I got my trackers backwards. Hi, Tom. Good to see you again. What should have happened was, because I have 2 separate trackers, I believe you can do that. So I'm going to put this one back into effect. Hey Dave, thanks man. I'm just playing around in Davinci Resolve. This is kind of basically how I got started, and it evolved to what it is. And I really enjoy doing this. I'm trying to do all this from memory. And being the old man that I am, memory sometimes doesn't go so well. Go back to the beginning, hit start, and it was there briefly and it went the wrong way. Yeah, Chris, I figured you were. That is interesting. I got 2 different planar trackers, and I did get your message, Chris. So now, hi Matthew. I'm going to go back into here. I'm going to go into this. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're both planar, or planar, however you pronounce it. I think it's pronounced planar. That's the right one. Oh, I know what I did wrong. All right, here comes. Oh, Blackwatch is running the Zoom. Let me jump over there and help you out. I intentionally stayed out of Zoom, but I'll jump in real quick and help you out. I'm going to reclaim the host for a minute.
There he is. Hello, there you are.
Yeah, oh, I told you guys. I told you I was leaving.
Well, you're over on YouTube, because I've been watching you on YouTube.
Right, I've been over on YouTube, and Chris Garrett's trying to get in because the host didn't watch him when he's doing, so I told him I could
jump in. Every time use the right name.
Who, Chris?
He didn't say Chris Garrett, so we didn't know who it was.
Oh, okay.
Every time Chris comes in here, Ken, it's Chris Garrett, and I'm looking. I tried to send him a message like, who?
So let's verify it's truly Chris. Chris, can you say something, please?
Yes, it's me.
I thought it was. All right, I'm going back out.
Sorry,
you're fine. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, even though it worked out once and I screwed it up. But this is fun. I'll be back in a bit. Blackwatch, you still demand. So that's good, Chris. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you. That got you into Zoom, and you guys can do your thing, and I'll do my thing. So I know now why this didn't work. Initially when I did this, it worked, and then I changed it. I did that wrong, so I'm going to Control Z this. I should be able to control this all the way back to the very first one that I did and go from there. And this should be it. I did give the keys to Black Watch, Tom. I did. I know. What's wrong with me? Okay, so now I'm going to go see if this fixed my problem. I'm going to hit play by pressing the space bar. And I'll be doggone if it didn't work again. Does it show up at all? Cool. So back into Fusion we go. Back to the beginning we go. And I'm going to Control Z this some more until I get what I want, which looks like I can't go back but so far. So I'm going to Control Z that. I don't want to track it. I want to Control Z it some more. I may be out of Control Z options, so I'm going to edit, undo, edit, undo, edit, undo. Yeah. Okay, so the green box is there. Let's see if that goes away. Edit, undo. Nope. I got to get the tracker to go away, and I got to Control Z it. There we go. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Yeah, it's going away. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Now if I grab this, I don't want that. I'll go back and see how much more I got to get rid of. Oh, look, I got it. We're back to that. Now I just got to get it to stop up right there and move up. So earlier tonight, I was telling you guys that I Control Z the hell out of things, and I do. So now what I want to do is I actually want to do what I just did a while ago. I want to disconnect this. I want to disconnect that. I want to bring this up here, F2, and I want to rename this to Moving Tracker for now and hit OK. Now, I do believe in theory I can go over here, put in another planar tracker, add, reconnect it over here. Play this to 275. Where's 275 at? Did it leave on me? There's 260. 270, 275-ish, I think. 277. Okay. For some reason, my numbers changed. That's fine. That's where I want it. So I don't know if I can do this or not, even though I just did it. So I'm just going to set this right there as by hitting set. I'm going to see what happens. It's a 277 instead of 275. That's close enough for demonstration purposes because there's not going to be any awards given out for this. I'm going to jump back over here to here. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to hit play by pressing the space bar, and it's still doing that. Okay, that's interesting because that's not even got the right, that doesn't even have that planar tracker attached to it. So that's cool. Let's try something crazy. Get that out of the way. In fact, let's just get that out of the way, completely out of the picture. Connect this to this. Go back over to edit. Take it back to the beginning. Hit space. Now that's truly intriguing to me because that tracker is not even hooked up and it works. That is so cool. I'm going to stop it. You can stop it by hitting the space bar, or you can stop it by hitting that. I'm going to go back into Fusion. So this is basically not working. This isn't doing anything. Right, I can get rid of that tracker. It doesn't make a bit of difference. So I'm going to delete the tracker by going into there. And Alex, if you're watching, when you do this, you want to make sure whatever you're deleting, move it away from here, because if you don't, I know from experience, you will delete everything. Highlight it, backspace, and it's gone. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I can connect that, and I can go back to edit, take it back to the beginning, hit spacebar, and it's going to work. So that was my main goal, or one of my goals tonight on that. How much time I got? It's 43. Took a little longer than I wanted to, but that's cool. So now I am going to go look at this footage and see if there's anything in here I want. I do want to do something with this sign, actually. Guys will never figure that out. And that sign. So here's what I need to do. I need to put a cut right there. I want to put a cut right at the end. And I want to get rid of the thing. It's back to white. So I want this bit of footage. I gotta see how I want this. See, this cut right here is not even working. I put it in the wrong spot. So, that should be this one right here. That should be pretty much the same one right there. Although apparently I didn't cut it in the right space because I want more. I think I want it right there. So let me add a cut right here. Bring this over to here. We're going to add a cut right there. Get rid of the razor blade, put that right there. And see if this is what I want. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. Good. I don't want it to go all the way to there, so I'm going to put a cut right there. Get rid of the razor blade. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to put that back there and get that out of my way. Get that out of my way. I'm going to go back over here. And I'm going to play this and see if my preliminary things are good to go. So I don't know if Alex is in the chat room or not. I know he's in Zoom. So I'm playing this. Here it comes across. I'll get that to stop there and then disappear. And then hopefully there's not much of a blurb. There's a blurb. I got to get rid of that. I'll put something on that sign. Another blurb. I'll get rid of that and put something on that sign. Good. I've got the basics of something that's floating through my head now. So now what I want to do is I'm done with this. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm done with that, I think. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. So now when it plays, even though the blurbs are in there, I'll have to figure out how to get rid of those. I'll get that to stop and not go like that. And then I'll put something on that sign. I'll put something on that sign. And I'll put something on that sign without the pauses. And then it's going to go until it finds this one over here. Now I'm going to get rid of it. Oh, doggone it. Did it just do what I really think it just did? 47. I got enough time. Alex is there. Hey, Alex, good to see you. I didn't know if you were watching or not. I knew you were in Zoom. So that one, then that one. Okay, that's good. I might want to extend that just a little bit, even though I thought this one, I think that's the same one. So bring playhead right there, stop it. I'm going to get Putnamville, although I do like that one a little bit better. Yeah, I'm good with that for now. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. I don't want that one. But every time I do that, it brings it back. Go back to the very beginning. That's a little good. Stop. I need to cut that right there. Then we got the gap. That's bad. We got the gap. That's bad. So that's fine. I got to splice these together a little bit better. Yeah, it's still kind of herky-jerky, sloppy-woppy, and I don't like that. But that's fine. I got the basics. Now I'm going to render this out one time, and I'm going to title this Ken's Road Signs. Again, it's going to be MP4, not in QuickTime. MP4. It's going to go to my desktop for now. That's fine. Add to the queue. Now you'll see I've got one that's completed and I got one that's embroidery. I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to render it. Probably take, well, it says 16 seconds. That's amazing for it to be that long and be done in 16 seconds. And it's done. I'm going to minimize it. I'm going to go grab it off the desktop. It always throws it over here on this side for some reason. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to put this all back into place. Now, I haven't been paying attention in the stream. Has the, well, here, you know what? Let me just restart it, and I'll just go check out the stream and see if it pops up or not. I'm curious if my Ken Stout live deal is going to show up in the upper right-hand corner or not, and it looks like we're going to go with, oh, there it is. Okay, Alex did a real cool one earlier tonight. I'm going to get with him so he can teach me how he did it, but that's good. That'll stay there and come back in 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I want to see what it plays like rendered. And bear in mind, this is just the first go around. Yeah, I got to get rid of the herky-jerkiness there. I got to make it more of a smoother transition with transitions. That makes sense. So 951, Tom, Tony, Chris, Alex, Matthew, Logan, thank you guys so much for supporting me tonight on this. Thank you so much for being patient and putting up with it. I really do enjoy doing this, and I really do plan on getting back into it a little bit while we're still here. Hopefully when we get over to Indiana, I can really have more time, believe it or not, to do it. I like doing this. As much as I enjoy getting together every night and talking, I really enjoy doing this, and I want to get into more editing. I've got a lot of crazy, dumb ideas. The truck idea is one, and then now, obviously, this one. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this because we don't need it playing. And I'll move them around later because I've got now like 4 videos on there. I got this one. No text in that whatsoever. Didn't see one bit of text anywhere on that. Unless it's coming up somewhere down the road I didn't remember. I could put stuff on those signs too, but it's probably going to be hard to see. I mean, honestly, it's limited to what you think you can do in your mind. Although I might leave that one and do something with that Putnamville sign. So that's cool. So I've got 1, 2. Come back over here real quick. 3, 4. Now I am going to show, and I'm going to turn down the volume. This is what my pride and joy is, and it's got a little bit of issues, but hey, eventually I'll get it where I want it. So this is my pride and joy. I can't play the volume because of the, you know what? I'll take the hit. See if that catches me a copyright mark or not. I put this together based off what I seen on Doug Betts' thing on the Apple. I've got some fine tuning to do. I got it to where it works, and then I made up some mistakes specifically here. I got to fix that. I keep adding to it. I put it on both screens the other day, and the realtor come in, and she was so impressed. So now what we're going to do, we're putting pictures of the mums from outside on the monitors tomorrow. So when this lady looks at the house, she'll see what the flower garden looks like or the flower beds look like in the summertime. Pretty good idea Lorna came up with, actually. So, and speaking of Lorna, I got 6 minutes to get over there, but I'm fine. Lorna really likes that effect, and I can't get it any better than that. So I like that effect now too. Little things. I love this effect. She got the hat on. Oh no, where'd the hat go? And little brother's got it. And then this was one I collaborated with a guy on for the rings. And it's all 3 grandchildren. So that's my pride and joy right now. And honestly, so far it's my best work to date. And it's just, it loops because I did it as a screensaver. So thank you guys for letting me share that. I'm going to go ahead and real quickly go bother these guys just because I can.
Up on the front page of the website, and they kept that up with my picture on there for the longest time, and they just recently, I just looked yesterday, and they just recently took it off.
I'll send them an invoice for the copyright.
Hey, Blackwatch,
Yes, sir.
I hear maybe your brain is straining. I'm not real sure what that's about.
What now?
I don't know. I'm just passing along a message. I just wanted to jump back in and give you guys some grief before I left. So, see ya. I'll be back in about 30 minutes.
Mm.
That was fun, wasn't it? Giving them a little bit of grief before I left. Thanks, you guys. Tony, Matthew, Tom, Logan, Chris, Parker, thank you. I'll be back in about a half hour, 45 minutes, because I will do my nightly 10:30 deal. So, yeah, Tom, we did it. All right, guys. Bye for now.